Man, oh man. This guy, I am excited to talk about. I've had a blast playing him, and that is none other than Mr. Corlane, guys. Mr. Harlan Corlane. This guy is phenomenal. What's up, everybody? Soul here with another Menace video for your viewing pleasure, and today we're talking about none other than Operative Harlan Corlane. I love calling him an operative. Dude's insane. He's absolutely insane. Have a ton of fun with this guy. I think he is my favorite out of the new squad leads that they've just unveiled and added to the game. And so let's talk about this guy and what he's doing. When he comes in, he already has a pretty decent action economy, accuracy. Discipline's kind of, it's not the best, it's not the worst. Damage reduction is pretty solid. And yeah, HP, crit chance, all these things, he's pretty stout. His growth potential is 4, supply cost being 10, and the promotion cost factor being a flat 1. And yeah, let's talk about this in and out, guys. In and out. Sabotage cost 0. Otherwise, it costs 60 AP. But for him, it's 0. He counts as 2 units while in a capture zone. It's pretty massive. Plus 30% accuracy versus eliminate target units. So when he's targeting those eliminate unit targets, you know what I'm saying? They got a little icon on it that says eliminate. It's the objective of the mission. Blah. Anyways, this guy gets bonus accuracy for targeting it. And then neutral units rescued by Corlane have a movement cost reduced by 4. Basically, athletic plus. Dude, that is absolutely insane. This guy, he's definitely got a purpose, and that is to get those objectives done, and he is phenomenal. Now, for that, mind you. Now, let's talk about the builds, because there's a couple different things you can do in Mr. Corlane, okay? And so, as you can see in this build, I focused on damage and kind of having him go in there, be a little tanky, backlining, getting in, like I had a lot of fun. He kind of breaks the lines without being known, and he does some pretty devastating work. He's a lot of fun with this setup, and so I'm going to walk you through it, and then we'll talk about the alternative, but that I can envision. Anyways, first pass in and out. Of course, you start with that. I pick up ice in the veins. Now, let me just be completely transparent here, guys. This guy requires some investment. For me, no matter what the job is, he's more or less needing a little bit of investment the more you're wanting to use him, or the further you get in the game. He needs that investment. But Ice in the Vein gets plus 5% defense and plus 5% damage reduction for each point of concealment. It's pretty massive. And so this is going to get you out of trouble if you do get caught for whatever reason, and it will happen. It does happen. It's going to help you out in a big way and makes them pretty hardy. And that's definitely been the case for me. Moving on down, I pick up quick hands next. Now, here's why. Quick hands work well with pistols, guys. It reduces the cost on the shoot. You'll be shooting for 20 AP repeatedly. It's a blast. This is phenomenal. Can't say enough good things about this. Quick hands is absolutely great. And of course, if you bring like, a grenade or anything else like that, it of course has that reduced cost for that as well. So definitely very, very useful. Sensor, whatever it is you're running. Door to door is what I picked next. And so that's plus 1 concealment when in medium cover and plus 3 when in heavy cover. Man. And let's not forget, you're getting bonus damage reduction in defense for your concealment. Yeah, you're getting bonus concealment for cover. You got me? It snowballs fast, folks. I mean, fast. Gets crazy. Once I picked that up, I went straight down and got nothing personal. And so this is going to do plus 50% damage when concealed and close. Gain a brief but significant concealment for execution style killings. And so it's plus 10 concealment after killing an enemy within 2 tiles. Bonus concealment is lost by taking any action except for in turn. So if he does anything, you lose that bonus concealment, but man, that's massive. And once again, stacking with Ice in the Veins. When concealment is at or above 10, Corlane's concealment stat becomes immune to enemy scans, and he gains plus 50% damage when attacking enemies within 5 tiles. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Now, I've got room to get 3 more perks, and so the next that I'm going to pick up is Vanguard. Why not? You want him to be able to get sent far in, deep behind enemy lines, and yeah, he's going to be absolutely phenomenal for that. And so, more deployment options, better for him to get in there and get at those objectives. This is a no-brainer. And this is for this build, guys. This is with the pistols and things like that. So, past that, I absolutely want backup plan. Now, backup plan might be more important than Vanguard, but I just really want Vanguard. But backup plan is what I'm going to pick up next. And so what this does is he gets a plus 20% accuracy, plus 50% damage, and plus 50% armor pin when using projectile-based accessories, i.e. pistols. Corlane gains a counter-strike for these accessories. Rocket weapons are excluded. Guys, what more do I need to say? So now he's in the fray, he's in the back, and he's getting into enemy lines, he's doing some dirty deeds, getting those objectives, and then when he gets caught, he is nasty, and he is making you regret life. The last one that I pick up, honestly, guys, I want athletic to a degree, but I found that really he goes okay without it. It does benefit him to have that. There's nothing wrong with that. Bags and belts is also a fantastic choice, but I'm going to go with shooting gallery. Plus 30% accuracy, plus 30% damage against enemies out of cover. And while this isn't completely useful at all times, I do think that this is where I'd want to go to maximize damage and to get him out of trouble. Because when he gets caught, that's not the plan. And so I want to be able to put those enemies down relatively quickly and get them out of trouble. And so shooting gallery is going to really help me do that. Now, bags and belts is definitely a good option too if you want bonus concealment and things like that. But moving on, taking a look at the build when we have this set up. I want them in max squad. I want them 8 squaddies. We put them in the pirate pipe rifle. Why do we put this pirate pipe gun, on him? Because it has the lowest cost. He's not using the infantry weapon. He doesn't need a special weapon. He's going to be using pistols and only pistols. We put him in the low profile protective suit because, yeah, it's expensive, but it's got really good armor value and decent concealment with that 2 and 3 accessory slots. It's pretty phenomenal. And then we can see right here, we've put on him the P99A3. Fantastic pistol, does a great job, absolutely wham bam slams, thank you ma'ams, the whole thing. And it feels so good when you're shooting those enemies and making them hate life. And so to give you a close-up inspection of what you got here, you have hit point damage of 11 times 2 times 8, so it's 8 squaddies firing twice, doing 11 damage. You got armor damage of 10, fired twice, is that 2 fire rate. Fired 8 times, so each squaddie is firing this pistol. Just a heads up if you haven't figured that out. 13% armor pin, suppression 2 times 2 times 8, and then elements hit. Of course, you're hitting 1 element, 2 shots from 8 different sources. But it's pretty solid, guys. I'm telling you, it's pretty solid. Absolutely love this. Doing really good stuff with it. I love it. I've had a lot of fun with it. Past that, I like the AT grenade. The AT grenade really made me feel good. It gave me an option for bigger, heavier things when they came up on Corlane, which is the case. It does happen. And this is the way to handle them. Since our thermite grenades got nerfed, yeah, this is the way to go. The AT grenade. Very solid stuff. And then, of course, now with the most recent update, ammo, special ammo types, is now, it's synergistic. That's the word I'm going to use. With pistols. Synergizes with pistols. And so armor-piercing ammo is what I found the most joy with. Put that on there. There you go. If you want to use match-grade ammo, whatever, guys, you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I did test the grenade pistol on him. Honestly, it's 2 shots. There's no 2 ways. There's no way around it. It was underwhelming. I didn't feel great about it. Now, bumping on over to the MK8 Mod 1 HPS, this has a bigger range of fire. And it has higher accuracy. So you might enjoy that, being able to hit further and harder. But in order to get the most use out of his nothing personal perk, I just stuck with the good old P99A3. That's just me. You guys tell me what you think. This is the pistol setup that I run on him, and I had a ton of fun doing it. Of course, you can mix and match, switch it up, do things a little bit differently if you so choose and please. But yeah, this is what I'm going to suggest you to do. Now, looking at this kit in Caboodle, really, I don't think you change it too much for the other build that I'm going to suggest. And that other build is, and there's nothing visual here. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to walk you through it and talk it. Of course, you start with your in and out. For me, I absolutely love Ice in the Veins. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I can highly suggest that you pick up Athletic on this other build. You pick up Athletics, just me. And this is an avoidant build. This is like you don't want to fight anyone. You just want to get in and out, super secret, non-combat. Maybe that's how you want to roll. Solid Snake, you know what I mean, non-aggressive, whatever. You want to pick up Athletics. Then you'll want to come down and you're going to pick up Door to Door. Once you get Door to Door, you're going to jump down and you're going to get Vanguard. You're basically rushing to Vanguard, guys, because that's what makes or breaks this build. And once you have Vanguard, then you can go and do as you please. But for me, if we're being true to the whole in and out motif, I would suggest doubling back, getting bags and belts. And so that way you absolutely have, you know, extra ways to get more concealment. Maybe you want to throw on a radar, whatever it is. Maybe you want to throw something to mark your enemies, because that's a big deal too. Really can be useful. That's what I'm going to suggest. And then I'd pick up Scout, because you want that max view range. You want to be able to see what's going on out in and around you. And then past that, you pick what you like best, guys. Maybe then you want to go get your quick hands to use those accessories more cheaply. You name it. Maybe at that point you're ready to pick up Ice in the Veins, or maybe something else like Commando. It's really up to you. Ice in the Veins is what I would suggest, big time. And then of course Door to Door, absolutely. On this build, that's a must. So after you get Vanguard, maybe you want to pick up your bags and belts. Before you pick up Scout, I would highly suggest you get Door to Door. This is passive, non-aggressive, guys. And then at that point you get your Ice in the Veins and go where you please. Now past that, you're not really worried about fighting, but this sim loadout works just fine. Maybe instead of an AT grenade, you're just using smoke grenades. You run a smoke grenade, throw that in there instead of the ammo, because now you're not worried about fighting. Now you're just really worried about getting in and out. You can double up and get another smoke grenade, signal jam, or maybe you want to get something that allows you to mark enemies with a target designator. Whatever you want, have fun, do it. Smoke grenade, I think, is the big must on that in order for him to be most effective with the in and out philosophy or strategy. And so yeah, this guy, like I said, I'm going to repeat it because I think it's very important for everyone to understand. In order for him to do his job, as I've more or less shown you, he needs investment. Not only does he need investment, you've got to get far enough in the game where you're going to have access to these things, guys. You need the P989A3 or another pistol in order for him to do a job and do it well. Without a pistol, he's really underwhelming. I don't know. Like he's not playing to his niche, his strengths. It doesn't really feel like anything in particular or special. I think he's got soul in his group. That's interesting. Anyways, face. Anyways, yeah. And so that's something I would highly, highly suggest. And when doing, I did not name that character Soul, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I did not. But yeah, so that's really, really interesting. And that requires quite a bit of building. And then let's also talk about the fact that concealment armor is not easy to come by. You're going to get outcast rags. Dude, I went through the whole game. I have one set of Jaeger fatigues. And I've been through it all. I'm really far into my playthrough on this. And of course, I'm post, where they're at with the game and what it's built to do story-wise. One set of Jaeger fatigues is all I've seen, period, dot. I've been refreshing the black market. I've been doing everything, getting lots of objective rewards. You name it. Only have one in the set of this. And then looking over here at the low-profile protective suit, you're not getting this early game. I mean, maybe you do, but it's really, really unlikely. It's very, very rare. And so Corlane is a character that really needs time and investment before you really see him show his true strengths. That's all I'm going to say. By the end game, he's going to feel really good. He's going to be a ton of fun. When you first get him, and maybe it's the beginning of a new game, Corlane's going to be probably pretty underwhelming. He's not going to feel special. He's not going to feel incredibly useful. You'll have to build him a little more stout and tanky, and put him in some armor and play kind of outside of his niche or play style with the concealment in order to really get him across the line. And not to say he's bad, because let's be honest, his base perk is unbelievably good. He just isn't going to be able to be that super spy, secret agent, getting in, solo squad, doing stuff on his own type deal until later in the game with more equipment, more items, and RNG in your favor. So, you guys tell me what you think. This is an absolute blast. I can't stress this enough. This pistol loadout and running this, I've had so much fun with it. I've really tested and played with it. I put him in harm's way, and I've intentionally pushed him against boundaries just to see what it can do. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go check out my gameplay playthrough. It's been a ton of fun where we've been actively testing and checking things out. Of course, I'll throw the link down in the description, so make sure you go check that out. Yeah, guys, drop down in the comments. Tell me about it. How do you play Corlane? What have you enjoyed about him the most, and what do you dislike about him? I'm eager to see that feedback. This community's been very, very great. Your feedback is phenomenal. So I'm eager to hear and see what you guys think about Mr. Corlane and how he should be played. Past that, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, guys, make sure you drop me a like and subscribe. It's the easy, free, and simple way to support what we're doing. If you feel like going above and beyond, check out our Patreon and or YouTube members, guys. There, you can see those who go above and beyond and help the channel. Thank you so much to y'all for supporting my soldiers. You guys keep the content rolling, me going, and everything flowing, and I am so grateful for y'all. Thank you so much for your support. Until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Bye.